What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 195. On today's episode, we're going to get into the news and also preview week number 16 of the NFL season. Let's do it. Everyone, welcome to the Bench Podcast. My name is Joey, joined as always by my brother and co-host, Gabe.
Yes.
Welcome to the desk, man.
Filling in for Angel today. He has the runs. So, prayers for Angel.
Okay,
Nice,
sorry,
nice.
Angel is sick. Very sick.
Yeah.
Very, very sick. I
Might be even a little
literally
more sick.
haven't heard from him today.
You probably won't hear from him.
Probably need to knock on his door.
Yeah.
Someone knock on Angel's door.
Yeah,
if
we
you see
need
him.
to get some eyes on Angel.
Yeah, but Gabe at the desk today, over at
Yeah.
the producer's desk. Andrew filling in. AJ back after what, 3 weeks off?
3-4 weeks.
Bitch.
Yeah, man. It feels good to be back.
Yeah, welcome back, man. New place?
Yep, new place. We
New
love
place.
It. We
You
love it
moved
so much.
with I've thought about you several times because you moved with a pregnant wife and
Yep.
a toddler.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Got a child under 2, pregnant wife, Christmas coming up. We already had our tree up
In
in
the
the old
holidays.
place. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Hey, but last time we moved, we had a 3-week-old. So I don't know which one was worse.
Yeah.
He was prepped for this.
Yeah.
Andrew, how you doing, man?
he knew.
Doing good, man. Just excited to be here. Excited to talk about football, and excited for these playoffs that are about to start, man. The year
Yeah,
went by
that's good.
fast.
I had a question for you. How much do you pay for your car detailing? Because I saw on Instagram you posted you had a big fancy detailer.
Yeah.
And he didn't go to your house. You took it to him.
Yes.
Does he have a brick and mortar place, or are you going to this guy's house? Were you in a backyard somewhere? Because I know you brawl in backyards. Do you get your car washed in backyards?
No. It was a brick and mortar. It was a like a little detailing shop that they have over there, over in Somar. So not too
Okay.
bad.
So what's the dollar amount then?
Interior, exterior is $300.
That's your boy.
And that's just a one-time service.
Yeah, you usually only have to do that twice a year.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
Is this your boy?
Yes.
You want to shout him out? You can shout him out if you want.
Yeah, Pinnacle Detailing Shop, I believe it is on
Doesn't
Instagram.
even know. That's his boy.
No, it's
And you
a
paid
long
him
name.
$300.
It's a long name, but he did a really good job. He did a really good job.
He better.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that does help, like keep your car like worth the most.
Yeah, I mean, take care of your
he
car.
clay bars it and everything, so the
Clay
water
bar.
Yeah, it's nice.
Clay bar, yeah.
Gabe, you need to take a hell of a clay bar to your car.
I gotta
Yeah.
take
Yeah,
5
you got
clay
like
bars.
inside too.
Yeah,
The inside's fine. The inside's fine.
Yeah, anytime I ride with Gabe, sorry.
And like, here's the thing. Let's clear it up though. It's not like trash. It's just stuff.
And to be fair, you work like you drive a different vehicle for work.
For
all day.
work,
So
yeah.
you're never in your
I'm
own
never
car.
actually in my car
I don't understand why that means you need to have a dirty car.
because I just put stuff in it.
Mm.
I had clothes in the back for like a year straight.
So what happens when you're like picking up a little honey? You know what I'm
Oh, yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Is it- how-
It
how-
all goes with the trunk.
You're like, my bad, baby. Let me move this.
She
in the
won't
back real
see it
quick.
in the trunk.
Fair enough. Episode 195 of the Bench Podcast, 5 shows away from episode 200 and the new year. Christmas week, right? Kicking off Christmas week next
Yep.
week.
Ho ho ho!
Very excited for
All
that.
right.
Excited.
Any
Any
Pumped for it.
special plans? I mean, I know your plans because we're going to Mom's house.
Apparently, I'm gonna be Santa
And then Grandma's
for
house?
4 different gigs this year.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
You put on the Santa suit. Are you
Put on
charging
Santa
for
suit.
anything?
What's that?
Are you charging?
No, just if it puts a smile on the kids' faces, that's worth it for me.
I want to tell you right now, you're going to scare the crap out of my daughters.
That's awesome.
We
'cause I
talked
did it for your
about
daughters.
we talked about traumatizing my daughter, like having him as Santa. I come in as the Grinch,
Yeah.
nice.
physically assault him,
Oh,
and
nice.
she
Not
watches
like
the whole
not,
thing.
not like for real. Like she
She sees it all.
Oh my god!
He's like, no.
We have to give her several years first to like see Santa,
Yeah.
do it, and then all of a sudden one year Santa just gets
Just imagine though, like a 6'5" Grinch just busting down the door.
shoving Santa Claus into the Christmas tree,
Yeah.
knocking the whole thing down.
Yeah, I wanted to prep you more than them. Like they're going to get scared, whatever. But I don't want you to get your hopes up too high. Like they'd be like, "Oh wow, this is awesome."
That really sucks. I really did it for my nieces.
I think we should do it. It's going to be fun. But I'm just saying. I did throw on your gorilla mask. That's why it's not down here. I threw it on yesterday, and I ran upstairs like ah.
Oh, okay. Well,
My wife was not happy. But.
thanks for getting them. Yeah, now they're gonna be scared of whatever comes to that door.
All right, let's get into the episode. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome to the channel.
Hi.
Subscribe to those notifications.
That's pretty good.
And thanks for joining us on
Good edit.
our YouTube channel in Season 2 of the Bench Podcast. If you're listening on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, thanks for joining the audio version of the Bench Podcast.
Audio.
You can share that, leave a review if you want. And then follow us on Instagram, X, and TikTok. Search
dog.
at Benched Show. to follow the show, between the show on all those social media platforms. I got on X this week. I need to get off X.
Yeah.
X is not a good place for me because I like to argue anyway.
I saw all of it because I'm logged in.
I deleted a lot of it.
You gotta get off the gram.
I randomly got into it with the Beehive or whatever.
I saw that.
I deleted all those today because I'm like, I can't do that.
Beehive.
Beyonce people.
Oh.
Because she's gonna do the halftime show at Christmas, which I'm not excited for. You guys into that?
Not at all. I don't need more Beyonce. I just don't.
That was my only point. Like it's just not the place for her.
And
we don't need Beyonce.
You know what's really annoying about it?
Or her friggin' husband.
I despise those jokes. Like,
Oh, there's a Beyonce concert with a football game at halftime.
Yeah.
No. Like let's get this clear.
Yes.
It's the NFL.
Yeah.
There is no Beyonce show if not for the NFL here.
Yep.
So don't do that.
Also, to add some, her husband's the one that books it, so it's like, did you really
That's
earn
true.
it?
That's a good point.
Did you really earn that halftime
That's a good
show?
point.
I wonder if he's gonna stay there with his situation.
He's not. He's a
I wonder if the
rapist.
NFL allegedly.
Actually, he's suing. He's countersuing them now for those.
Allegedly.
You guys know it's the same lawyer that went against Deshaun Watson,
Is it really?
Tony Busby. Yep.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Right.
Deshaun
No,
Watson couldn't-
because I'm not familiar with that case. Oh, Deshaun
Watson?
You're
I
not
said Deshaun
familiar with
Jackson.
Deshaun Watson?
Like, wow, you really haven't been paying attention over there.
Like Deshaun Jackson. I was like, what Deshaun Jackson?
No,
He
Deshaun
did
Watson.
Oh, wow.
Mr. Massage.
Yeah.
It's the
He
same
couldn't-
lawyer.
He couldn't. So even if he doesn't go to jail, like Deshaun Watson couldn't play quarterback anymore. Jay-Z won't be able to rap anymore. So you can get the rapper.
He'll go to prison if he raps one verse.
I mean, if I really don't care the person. I hope he gets that power where he books
He
the
shouldn't
gigs
rap anymore.
because
Yeah.
he's very much a prejudiced dude when it comes to that. There's
Yeah.
people he simply refuses to give that stage to.
I say send Jay-Z to jail, release the Tiger King. I think that should
The
be
Tiger King?
Yeah.
Tiger King.
This isn't a hostage situation, Joey.
I'm just saying, if we're
Tiger
gonna,
King put a ton of people in danger.
if we're gonna negotiate,
Joey's
give
been-
us the Tiger King back and send Jay-Z into the
Okay, well, I guess we're making deals now. I didn't think that's what this
I just
was.
thought, might be a good idea. Also, check out benchshow.com, home of the bench beat, articles on fandom, fantasy, and all things NFL. All right, guys, 'tis the season. This is kind of the time of year when we usually see something that I really love, and that's when the quarterbacks gift their offensive linemen. Really cool stuff. I want to ask you guys, which one would you rather have, okay?
All right.
Would you rather be a Chiefs offensive lineman and get this? No, it's not Patrick Mahomes. This is Brock Purdy.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The 49ers. Gifted them all Tacomas and what's the other one? Tacomas and Tundras. Which I looked at the pricing, starts at $36,000, goes as high as $63,000.
It doesn't start at 36. It's
No?
You can't get one. A new
I was
one,
gonna
you
say,
can't
we
get
were
one for
just-
less than
yeah,
45.
well, yeah, starts
at 30. Yeah.
And goes up to 63, which I guess probably means like 80.
Yep.
So that's a pretty cool gift.
Yeah.
Used to be like Toyota trucks, not the greatest, but
Like a
these
brand-
suckers are,
They've come through.
Toyotas are awesome now.
Yeah.
Toyota's trucks are pretty cool.
they're beefing up. It's just a cool thing to get a free car.
Yeah,
free
and it's
truck.
a free truck.
We all grew up thinking like, man, what if I got a free car one day?
Now, what was the criteria? Like, who got the Tacomas? Who got the Tundras?
So it's funny.
Tundra's the one you want.
There's a video. I don't have it here, but there's a video. So he goes into the offensive lineman's room and says, "Hey, fellas, follow me out to the parking lot." And he brings them all out. So this is for you guys. There's 5 Tundras. There's five Tacomas. Go check them out. He doesn't really assign them.
That's pretty cool. So
I'm
they
thinking-
figured it out.
I
Yeah.
would have ran to a Tundra.
I'm thinking give the Tundras to the starters,
yeah.
Tacomas to the backups. I think that's fair.
That makes sense.
And I was also thinking, does Trent Williams, does he care? Does he want?
Is he
probably already
is he
giving
even
it away.
taking it home?
Yeah, is he giving it away?
He's already giving it away.
Yeah. Okay, so you'd rather be that, or
or-
the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, gifted them this kind of a bundle of stuff. I was trying to figure out the value of these things, but obviously a lot of them in boxes still. I do see a Yeti ice chest, which that doesn't move the needle too much when the other people got cars. It looks like compression leg things.
Some Oakleys. There you go, Gabe.
Oakley's because he is the Oakley guy, right? Of the NFL.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
So he definitely didn't pay for those.
Nope. got
Yeah,
this
I was
free.
gonna say. So you didn't buy those.
I think these are all brands that sponsor him.
This is just leftover
He didn't
merch.
pay for any of this.
Yeah, as long as he posted a picture of it, it was all free. What's that thing in the middle? The
What is that?
Lachine.
Are they
It's
shoes?
probably
That looks like a shoebox.
some brand that we can't afford.
So
And then there's a little box on top of the leg compression things. I'm guessing those are the expensive things.
Jewelry?
I can't imagine.
Those are boots.
Okay,
Those
so
are
those are
expensive
probably
boots.
how much do they go for?
Like 400, 800.
Nah.
Not exactly the style I would.
Okay, so now we need to
either.
figure out what's in that little box then, because that needs to be.
It better
jewelry.
add up to about.
Top right on
It
top
says
of the.
whoop band.
Better add up to about 30 to
jewelry,
40,000.
right? Like a band.
Whoop band. That better be bringing it, or else.
Yeah, it better be have like 40 grand per piece.
This is definitely something that he got for free. It's like a $200. It's like a Fitbit.
Okay, so I feel like he didn't choose this for his offensive lineman at all. Somebody just put this together.
Let me
Yeah.
give you some context here. Brock Purdy has not signed his contract yet.
Yep.
He's on his rookie contract.
Patrick
being
Mahomes has.
Mr. Irrelevant. Patrick Mahomes signed a $500 million contract.
This reminds me of that clip with Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Kevin Hart where he's talking about buying his mom a car.
Yeah, when
Or
about
a
buying mom a house.
Yeah, this reminds me of that.
It's about time.
Wow, I didn't realize how this is terrible for
Yeah,
Patrick
yeah.
Mahomes.
Yeah, this isn't a good look at all.
These are stocking stuff.
That's probably worth like $3 grand. Maybe two
Less.
wow.
compared-
Let me remind you, he signed a $500 million contract.
still acting like I just don't have it yet, guys. Like I'll get it.
I got to feed my family.
I gotta feed my family.
Let's say Brock Purdy spent $50K on each truck,
grand. Okay.
and he bought 10 trucks.
Yep.
it's $500,000.
Yeah, it's
okay,
500,000.
Wow.
That's half his contract.
He can't be making very much more than 500,000.
I mean, you figure he probably knows he's about to get paid in a couple months, but still, I mean,
Still, he hasn't been paid. I'm sure he has
Yeah.
promotional stuff and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
but,
That's
I mean,
insane. That's a pretty big
yeah. Go ahead. And
Let's
give me
hear
the
from
truck.
Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Go ahead and give me the truck.
Pretty good.
Like, give me the truck just to answer your original question.
Yeah.
I don't want any of that crap.
All right.
What am I gonna do with that?
I think Joe.
The Yeti ice chest is funny. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, my $500 million quarterback, give me an ice chest. When's the last time you used an ice chest?
But don't worry, it's a Yeti.
Yeah, it's a Yeti ice chest. It'll stay cool forever.
It's a top tier ice chest. Thanks, Pat.
All right, let's get into the news.
What a dick.
All right, the news is brought to you by HUEGA House Hats. Use our code BENCHED, BENCHD, to get 15% off HUEGA House Hat. They have all sorts of styles, and I think it's where style meets comfort is their,
That's
their
nice.
deal.
I like that.
Good idea for a stocking stuffer, good idea for a man or a woman, and just a good idea for a gift in this holiday season. Use our code, get 15% off, because it's always good to save money on Christmas gifts.
Yeah, very much.
All right, guys, jump into the news here. I have a little thing to show you guys. I'm not sure if we're allowed to show it, so I'm going to do it anyway. Netflix is releasing a Jerry Jones Cowboys documentary.
Woo.
Have you guys seen this preview yet?
I haven't.
Sweet, we're going to watch
no.
it together. I haven't seen
Here
it
we
in
go.
totality. Let's watch the preview for the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, I should have the name of it.
America's team.
America's team.
Well, I mean, what else would it be?
This is our story.
And if you ask anybody where I live,
It's bigger than winning football games.
Dallas Cowboys,
They became America's team.
America's team. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Let's go.
Do they have an idea what they're doing? What did you prove?
Yes.
Keep them talking.
I'm all the way up.
It's a soap opera, 365 days a year.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
Okay.
Your team sucks 365 days
Okay,
a
this
year.
is a live reaction.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
First thing that stood out to you.
Too much Jerry Jones already.
It's going to be all Jerry Jones.
good one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's
That's
the
a good
problem.
one.
Mine is they really need to make sure they pronounce bigger.
Yes. Okay.
You guys hear that?
I heard
Can we
it.
hear it again? You can stop it after
Yeah,
that.
please go back to that. I didn't want to say it because, after the me so horny bit, I just don't want to add on to that anymore.
But that's crazy.
This is our story.
And if you ask anybody where I live,
It's bigger than winning football.
I mean,
That's pretty dang close. That's pretty close.
is that why they put the captions up?
Full hard
Yeah.
R. That's exactly why they put the captions in.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
So, okay, you guys hear what I hear when you.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
Jerry-
And it's
Jerry-
Jerry Jones, which just adds to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what jumped out to me first. But,
Yeah.
color me intrigued.
Yeah, I mean, Dallas Cowboy, whether it's good or bad content, we always want to watch it.
It's box office.
It's box office. So
Yeah.
I'm never going to watch it. I mean, if that's what the question is, I hate this. I'm never going to watch it. At the end
I
of
want to see, the 90s Cowboys were legit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, they were the real deal. Nowadays, it's like, all right, you guys are a joke. But, I mean,
There is that.
I'll watch that.
Yeah, there is that little part in the trailer right now too, where they're talking about like super egos and all that. It was like a newspaper clipping.
Yeah.
I do want to see them kind of address that. Like, do you acknowledge that your franchise is all ego based? Like a lot of it, even and by the biggest guy of them all in your owner. So I'm excited to see that part.
Yeah, I thought it was spot on that the editors, and it's like a fact that these editors for Netflix, they never like do a favor to the people they're covering. Like they always like Vince McMahon hated the documentary they made about him because they painted him like a monster.
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to be the same for this. I think Jerry Jones might not like
What was the other documentary
Netflix
that did
does
that
with
with Netflix?
Tiger King. They all hated it.
I think
Last Chance You, they hated it.
I think LA Originals,
Yeah.
how they painted the photographer, remember, as like a bitter dude.
I'm saying Netflix just kind of does that. So
Even beyond Netflix, like the Lakers show that used to be on HBO Max, like Magic. Magic didn't like it at all.
yeah, so
Netflix doesn't care.
it might be kind of fun to see.
They
to
know
see,
people are going to watch
I
it.
love that show too.
Jets wide receiver Garrett Wilson was asked if he wants to be with the team long term. He said, "quote I don't know." He later says that he loves the Jets, but can't be worried about all that. We have the clip. Let's watch it.
I don't know, man. I just do whatever, whatever, go about my day, however, be where my feet at, And if they do it, I would be a blessing. I'd be awesome. I love the Jets. At the end of the day, they were the ones that believed in me. So, But yeah, I can't be worrying about all that. Just going to finish these 3 games the right way. But I don't know, man. I can't be looking into all that right now,
So, question: big deal or overblown?
Overblown.
Completely overblown.
That didn't seem like I can't wait to get off this team because that's how it's getting painted.
Right.
Like Garrett Wilson wants to leave the Jets. He's so frustrated.
They're so strategic with the words that they say.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. He said a lot more than I don't know.
This is just Dov Kleiman trying to stir the pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be worried if I was a Jets fan. Like, he doesn't seem. He seems like he wants to be in New York.
Yeah.
But he also seems like someone who very much
He just wants to
pays
win.
attention.
Yeah, he just-
and pays attention to the wide receiver market.
Yeah.
Like, let's keep some leverage because you're about to be very, very, very rich.
I feel like the majority of like the players in the league, if they're asked about that, they would answer the same exact.
Yeah, what is he supposed to say?
Yeah, what are you supposed to say? No, I want out.
I want to be here regardless of the number.
Or like no, this is the place for me. I want to be here.
Even though Michael Parsons, hear what he said? He asked about his contract.
He doesn't care.
He's like, I don't need to be a $40 million guy. I just want to be somewhere where my teammates around me make me good. I'm like, not the greatest negotiating tactic.
But
Well,
hey,
your
I
numbers just
respect
went
it.
down.
But he's probably getting paid
Just lost a
no matter
couple
what.
$1 million. Jerry Jones is paying him. You never know.
All right, that's the news. Let's get into week number 16 preview and picks. Let's do it. All right, week 16. Let's start with tonight's game. The Chargers and the Broncos go on Thursday Night Football on, TNF Prime? Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Yeah.
Terrell, our very own Terrell, was there. These are his fan videos. I'll play them right now. Thursday Night Football, the Chargers come back from an early deficit. They're down 21 to, I want to say 13 at halftime. They come back, storm back on the arm of Justin Herbert and win 34-27. Remember, they're not at full strength. The offense has looked different since J.K. Dobbins. The offense looked different just in the first half of this game. But the win of the season for the Chargers here.
Yeah.
And worst possible scenario for Terrell, who went there because he wanted to see the Broncos clinch the playoffs for the first time in like a very long time.
Yeah.
And sorry, Terrell. We'll ask him about that on Sunday. But Chargers win. They're now at 9-6. They tie themselves with the Broncos. And this is a very can one of you guys look up what this does in the playoff scenario? I don't want to misspeak. But Chargers, Justin Herbert, Gabe, how important was this for Justin Herbert to show the world, show the Chargers that he's the guy who can do this?
It's just, you just said it right now. It was the biggest game of the year for them. The Broncos were a team where kind of had the arrow up. The Chargers, they're a team kind of with the arrow down. You got the injuries. Sometimes you're going to be put in a spot, especially as a quarterback, where it may not be fair, but that's why you get paid the big bucks.
Yeah.
You get paid the big bucks to win these games where you may be outmatched completely, but somehow you go out there to win the game, and that's what Herbert did tonight. I fully did not believe they were going to win this game tonight.
I didn't think they had a chance.
I really did not think they had a chance with the way the Broncos were playing, but bravo to him, and he really, guys like me were kind of on the fence about him. He proved us wrong. He proved us wrong tonight for sure.
Yep.
Big game for Justin Herbert, 284 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Also ran for 28 yards on 8 carries. You guys have those standings?
Yeah, so right now in the hunt, it's the Ravens, Chargers, and Broncos. And since the Chargers just won, they just moved
Broncos
up.
are out.
Yeah.
No, they're not out.
They're not out. They're actually
said
they're,
they're
they're
Not in the hunt. That's the wild card teams.
or yes, they're sorry. They're
Gotcha. Okay.
So the Broncos basically moved down a spot, but they're tied at the same record. So there's still a chance for them to it'll because the next team after them is the Colts, and they're 6-8.
Honestly, AFC wildcard set. It's just what
Yeah.
the seeding's going to be. Right now, it's Ravens, Chargers, Denver.
Yeah.
Denver playing Buffalo, Chargers playing Pittsburgh.
And they're so close. There's a strong possibility that they play each other in the first round. Because if Broncos are the higher seed in the wild card, and the Chargers, I assume, are probably
No wild
They
card.
play the 3 seed.
They would, yeah.
Oh, I always get those.
We
mixed up.
we
I'm
just
sorry.
talked about that. In
We
the car.
did. We did.
Wait, so there's no one like in the hunt who can possibly kick one of them out?
Indianapolis. So they're still technically in the hunt,
Okay.
but they're all 6-8.
Yeah, they're
They
three
have to
they're
win
three
out.
games.
They have to
There would
lose
have to be a
out.
meltdown
Yeah.
with the Broncos and Chargers.
Okay,
Which
so
is crazy.
are you looking at the standings right now, AJ?
Yeah.
If it started today, who would play who?
So if it started today, we got Buffalo against Denver. We've got Pittsburgh against the Chargers. We've got Houston against Baltimore.
Pittsburgh Chargers. Okay, man, I'd rather play Pittsburgh any day than Buffalo.
And the Bills.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't
Oh,
want
yeah.
to play the
But
Bills.
we want that Pittsburgh and Denver game.
Yeah.
That's
we
it.
want
Oh,
that.
The
so
world
right.
wants that. Yeah, the world
Right, well,
wants
maybe the
that.
Broncos want. Maybe did they throw the game?
So they wouldn't have to. Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Sean Payton
That's
playing
why
chess.
Angels. That's why Angels out tonight. He was
All right,
on the
guys.
phones.
I
see
we have
you,
to
Ange.
lose this game. All right, some massive games this week for Week 16. One that I'm really looking forward to, really since the beginning of the year, the Texans and the Chiefs at 10 o'clock. Why is this game at 10 o'clock? I don't know, but it is. C.J. Stroud going into Kansas City. They might get Hollywood Brown back here. Gabe, start with you. Who you got?
I feel like even in this seat, I'm like obligated to pick the Texans. But this is just one of those things where it's kind of what you're saying about like the Herbert thing, where it's like back against the wall. These are the games that you have to win, and you're not paid yet, so like,
Right.
you have to prove it to us. It's not just to prove that you can do it, but prove that you could that you're worth it. With that being said, though, Chiefs getting their offensive line might be a little pissed right now, but Chiefs are getting a whole lot better at the moment. This is their time of the year where Chiefs start playing like the real Super Bowl contender they are. I just go and give them the Chiefs here.
Yeah, Chiefs at 13-1. I think I have them moving to 14-1 as well. Just I haven't seen it from the Texans this year.
Yeah.
And we have to stop thinking about the Texans in the terms that we started the season thinking about them in. Yeah. Like where they are, right below the Ravens and the Bills. They're not there. They're honestly a lot more like the Chargers, and I have the Broncos probably above them as well. Like I think the Texans have really struggled. They have aspects about their team that are elite. That defensive secondary is young and has been really good, especially of late. The pass rush has been really good. Will Anderson has been really good, and bringing Daniel Hunter in has been a home run. Offensively, they've struggled, which is kind of weird. I know Angel has his beliefs about the offensive coordinator, how he thinks he's taking a step back, Bobby Slowick. It's just, for me, they're not there yet. And Texans, this is their time of year. This is when they heat up. They play great December and January football, obviously. I'm going with the Chiefs. Over to the producer's desk. Start with you, AJ. Who you got?
So you said the Chiefs might get Hollywood Brown back. They're getting him back.
That's happening?
He is off the injury report.
Woo! Wow.
He's making his season debut. I don't think that means like a lot.
Not
but
this week.
It's another pass catcher though.
And it does add like a factor too, even if he doesn't do a lot of it.
Exactly. So I'm looking forward to seeing this offense start to open up a little bit more.
Right.
I got the Chiefs here. Just everything you said about Houston. It's just, not a huge disappointment, but they're a little bit of a disappointment this year.
Right. Andrew, who you got?
Like you said, I think Patrick Mahomes just wins it here. He plays great in December, and they're currently 13-1. I don't see them losing to the Texans. They haven't been good on offense, so I'm going with the Chiefs.
Yep. Let's move on here to Pittsburgh and the Baltimore Ravens. By the way, have you guys been watching the Hard Knocks?
I haven't. I need to.
started.
I'm going to start it tonight. I'm going to start it tonight.
It's so good.
I don't have to watch it.
Mike Tomlin is made for Hard Knocks.
All right.
Like his speeches are, I get fired up. Like, hell yeah, let's beat the Eagles. But,
Wow.
how'd that go?
You're like, wait a minute.
But yeah, so if you want to catch, it's a great way to catch up on it because Pittsburgh is playing Baltimore. Baltimore at 9-5. If Baltimore goes to 9-6, holy crap.
Yeah.
Are they about to back their way into the playoffs, Gabe? Baltimore, Pittsburgh. I'm not sure who's at home here.
Baltimore.
Baltimore's at home. Steelers. Baltimore also favored by 6.5 points. Who you got?
I mentioned this a couple weeks ago where my faith in the Steelers has just gone down completely.
Can I pause you real quick? George Pickens not going to play again.
Yep.
We need to pay attention to that.
Once again, my faith in the Steelers has just not been there.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of getting there with the Ravens now. So hard to pick this game because I kind of feel like you're both kind of just like, what's the word? Stale. I guess would be the perfect word.
Yeah.
But I'll just take the home team here, and I don't think it's as sexy of a win as most people think it is. I'll take the Ravens here, though.
Yeah, I got the Ravens too. I think in a low-scoring battle, and I think Pittsburgh's going to really. We saw last week against the Eagles last week, right? They really struggled to score because Najee Harris has been pretty bad of late. They refuse to turn it over to Jalen Warren, so they run Najee Harris into 2 and 3 yard gains over and over again.
Russell Wilson he's hit his ceiling.
There's also no one there to make a play. Yeah. Like last week when I pressed Angel on like who are the other weapons, he's like Pat Fryer. Well, exactly.
To be fair, he did score, I think, last week.
He did, but that's not the guy who's going to open up their offense.
Right.
And so, yeah, that being said, I'm taking the Ravens as well. I think they moved to 10-5 and tied themselves with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Wow. And that division's going down to the wire as well.
Yeah.
Guys, let's start over there. Andrew, who you got?
I'm actually going to go with the Steelers here.
Steel City.
Lamar historically has played really bad against the Steelers. And I think if he has another bad performance with Russell Wilson being there and he's playing well enough, I think, to beat the Steelers. Or the Ravens. I think they're gonna pull out the win here in a low scoring game,
as they do.
Yeah.
AFC North. AJ, who you got?
I think it's an easy one for me. This is the Ravens. What's the one way that you beat the Ravens? You pass all over them. What's the one thing Pittsburgh cannot do? They cannot pass the football right now. Yep. George Pickens is not there. Just like you said, there's no Pat Freiermuth is the next man up. Calvin Austin is fool's gold. And then just Jalen Hurts just carved up the Steelers. What do you think Lamar Jackson's going to show up and do?
Right.
This is an easy one for me. It may not necessarily be a blowout, but I think this is an easy pick. This is the Ravens. They move to 10-5 and solidify that wild card spot.
I also feel like Lamar's making a little MVP push here.
Exactly.
I think that means something to him. And yeah, I think the Ravens are. This is not the time you want to play the Ravens. So we all going Ravens in? Oh no, you went Steelers.
Oh, you got Steelers. Yeah.
All right, let's go to an AFC East matchup. A couple weeks ago, this was kind of like the game to see if Jaden Daniels had arrived. Did not go well for the Washington Commanders. They're going to try it again. Eagles and Commanders. This game, I think, is at the Link, right?
This is in Washington.
It's in Washington. Okay, so in our nation's capital, 9-5. The Commanders, they've kind of just stayed around. They've just stayed there. They've beaten who they're supposed to. They've lost who they're supposed to lose to. After losing 3 straight, they have, I think, in back-to-back weeks, beat New Orleans and Tennessee. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like 3 in a row, and they beat the bad teams like they're supposed to. Eagles have won 10 in a row. I'm going Eagles here. Road or away, Eagles are on a roll right now. They're fighting with each other and playing better each time they do. Big Dom and Clinton Hurd are putting Nick Sirianni in his place, and it just doesn't matter because this Eagles team is on a roll right now. I'm going Philadelphia. Who you got?
Yeah, I want to say Commanders here just because I feel like, at some point that young team has that staple win. But the Eagles it's just like you said, they're so good this year where it's like this isn't the week that you're going to get that win, Commanders.
No, it's not.
This one's going to be, it could be close for a little bit just because they're divisional teams, but just like the Eagles are going to do them in the first game, they're going to run away with this one.
Yeah, I also think another big Saquon Barkley game here. We have a couple quiet weeks, Saquon. A.J. Brown. He's hurt. I think he's been practicing, but he's hurt with an ankle injury. Yeah. We'll see how that goes. If he can sit part of this game, I think they need to rest him and make sure he's here for the playoffs. But yeah, let's go to producer's desk. AJ, thank God my Philadelphia fan is back on the show because I've been holding down the fort, and these guys have been picking against the Eagles every single week. Who you got?
Dude, there's blood in the water with the Lions.
That's right,
and
baby.
The Eagles want that number 1 seed.
Oh, yeah.
So if you just looking at the schedule, we're tied with the Lions right now. Lions do have that tiebreaker. I think it's for points scored. Is that correct? If the two teams haven't played against each other?
I think I read that Eagles don't hold a tiebreak against any of the teams that would matter against. Lions being included. So they're going to need to outright win the
That
division.
hurts my argument because the Lions and the Vikings play in Week 18.
Yeah.
So somebody's taking that division, and I was hoping, if we had the tiebreaker on the Vikings. But either way, Eagles are going to take care of business here. We want that number 1 seed so bad. I agree with you. I think this is going to be a huge Saquon Barkley game. He broke off for a couple insane runs against them last time when they played on.
Right.
I think that was Thursday night. Eagles here.
Andrew, who you got?
I have the Eagles here. I just hope your prediction about Saquon going off does not come true. I'm playing him this week, and I need him to not do anything.
Yeah, well,
sorry,
last time I played him, he dropped 33. So
yeah, well,
why should you fare any better?
Yeah, no, but I think it's easy. Eagles.
Yeah. Rams and Jets. We won't talk about this too long. I think we're all gonna. I won't speak for you. I'm going Rams here. Rams, one of the hottest teams in the NFL. Rams, I think, about to take this division, hopefully.
Yeah.
If they can just not cough it away when they're about to take it, even though Seahawks are still in control. I think Rams here don't choke against the Jets, even though Aaron Rodgers playing pretty well.
I'm going to say this right now.
Oh, boy.
Upset of the week. I think Rodgers, with all this beef with Ryan Clark and ESPN and Enigma being released, Rodgers is an ego guy.
It's a big week for him.
This is the kind of game where he's like, F it, I'm going to go ahead and throw 4 touchdown passes and beat one of the hotter teams in the NFL.
I mean, what did he do last week?
He hasn't played bad games. I do know that.
No, he played great last
He had
week.
a good game last week.
Yeah, I was going to say he hasn't.
289, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Yeah, so I'm going to call I think the Rams should be the team that most of America picks. But I'm going to call an upset here. I think the Jets get them right now.
Okay.
Upset of the week.
Gabe's upset of the week.
This game is in
New York.
It's at MetLife, yeah. So watch those ACLs.
Here it comes.
God,
don't say that.
Producer's desk. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with you, Joey. I'm gonna say the Rams take it here. Like you said, they're one of the hotter teams. But I think it actually might be a close game.
You know, I'm rethinking it now. Like you got
The whole storyline.
It's been a big week for the Jets.
Remember
More
what you-
specifically
I'm gonna stay
Aaron
with
Rodgers.
it. I'm gonna stay with it.
Remember what you told Angel a few weeks ago? Don't go for the storylines. Just stick with what you know.
This is Aaron Rodgers. He lives by the storylines. He'll win a game because of a storyline.
I know someone who better not pick the Jets, and that's you, AJ. Who you got?
Listen,
Yes. Yes.
I've been gone a long time.
Come on.
I've watched every show. I've heard the talk.
Oh my God!
we go.
It's the Rams. Come on now.
Son of a
Gabe,
gun.
I don't want to hear any of that. Mr. Ego, he had a great game last week. Okay. He can't turn it on whenever he wants anymore. I'm so sick of Aaron Rodgers. Before we started tonight, are you watching Enigma? No, I'm not watching Enigma. I don't want to listen to that guy pretend to be. I couldn't be here to back up Angel. He is not an Enigma. He wants so bad to be this deep intellectual individual. Oh, look at me. I do this different than everybody else. I'm so sick of Aaron Rodgers. I get all the Ryan Clark things happening right now and his documentary and everything. That doesn't mean squat to me. The Rams are trying to make the playoffs. The Rams are trying to do something this year. The Jets are done. The Jets have holes in their defense. Matt Stafford's going to pick them apart. I'm picking the Rams here. I'm so tired of Aaron Rodgers.
I can't wait to be right.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I can't
You
wait
guys
to
should
be right
make a
about this
small wager.
I'm gonna officially jump on the Jets thing here.
Go for it. Go
I
for
think
it.
as the show representative for Aaron Rodgers, the Enigma, and the New York Jets, I'm going to switch my pick and unite with my brother and pick the Jets here over the Rams.
Are you going to switch your pick on the app as well?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Okay. All right.
He's down by 60.
yeah, it doesn't matter really. But if I may,
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers on the season,
Yep.
3,200 yards to Matthew Stafford's 3,400 yards, 23 touchdowns to Matthew Stafford's 19 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions to Matthew Stafford's 7 interceptions.
4 wins to Matthew Stafford.
Okay, I get it. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, well, I get that.
But
I
is
do.
there a chance we're a little bit overblowing how bad Aaron Rodgers has been this year?
So it's not even. I'm not even going off of that. He's been that bad. And I'm not saying like, oh, Stafford is so much better than Aaron Rodgers right now. This team is just not a good team.
I'm with you.
They're not well coached.
Yeah.
They don't have a great play caller. Their defense can't tackle. Like the simplest thing that you do on defense.
Right.
There's no identity to this team. This is not a good football team.
I think the biggest thing too that AJ mentioned too is it's the Rams are fighting for a playoff spot. They're going to be super motivated to win this game, while the Jets. I mean, I'm sure Aaron Rodgers. I'm sure he wants to win so bad, but like AJ said, the team is it's not good. They're
And
not in a good
that's the
spot.
thing. Aaron Rodgers in years past, I don't think he's ever been in this situation of being like a team that can sport, like a team that has nothing to play for, but can
I was gonna
sport.
say,
He's
yeah.
never been in that situation. I just don't think he's maybe he's the guy to want to be that, but I don't think this team is getting up for a game like this.
Yeah, and I think I agree with everything you said.
It's fair. Yeah, it's totally fair.
The
what you're
Jets
saying.
are bad. The play calling is terrible. The defense is hot garbage ever since Saleh. But that's kind of the point I'm making. Like, I think because the Jets as an organization, even some of the stuff, I don't know if you've seen what's coming out about Woody Johnson lately.
Madden
And
ratings.
Oh,
the
God.
decisions he's been making running this team. There's no wonder he has 6 playoff appearances in 25 years or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But do you think all of that, just the bull crap of the New York Jets organization, is kind of just starting to make us a little sour on Aaron Rodgers? You think that's a possibility?
Yeah, of course.
They're 4-10.
They're terrible.
No, they're awful, but
that's the point.
But Joey's point is Aaron Rodgers is not representative of that record.
Right.
Like, not even close to it.
But the team is.
The team, fine.
For
fine.
sure. I am
That's
not
fine,
riding for the Jets.
No one's arguing that, but we're saying Aaron Rodgers has all the motivation in the world right now to win a ball game. And he is the only bright spot on this team.
It's a big week for Aaron Rodgers.
You know
it's a huge week for him.
I'd probably join you in that argument if this was a primetime game. If this is a primetime game and the whole world is watching, then maybe I could see Aaron just hitting a different level.
Yeah.
I feel like certain teams, though, this being like you said, it's at MetLife.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is a primetime game. A lot of people are gonna have eyes on this game.
You know what? Too, this is
especially with all the noise going on this week with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
people are gonna want to. All right, go ahead. Go out there and prove.
I'm excited to see what are you gonna do, Aaron Rodgers? Because Ryan Clark's gonna kill you if you don't play well.
Yeah, like, you better play well.
I'm a lot more excited about this game than I was 10 minutes ago.
That's what we do. That's what we do. Anything else, or have we talked enough about the Jets and Aaron Rodgers?
Go get him, A-Rod.
AJ?
Don't come to me about the Jets anymore.
Okay. Yeah.
I also got to hope Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson do well as they're on my fantasy team right here in the playoffs. So
Jets. It feels like we started the year talking about them, and no matter how bad they are, we can't.
We've been talking about them since June. Since you guys went to Paris.
We can't
How
stop.
long ago that was?
That was a lifetime ago.
All right, let's move on here. The New York Giants are awful, but this game is going to be watched because of what's happening on the other side of the field. The debut of Michael Penix Jr., the number eight pick in the NFL draft,
right.
To the Atlanta Falcons. We all were flabbergasted, and listen, the whole world was. That they took a quarterback after giving Kirk Cousins all that money. They still owe him $65 million guaranteed next year if they cut or release him. But Michael Penix Jr. here in a desperation move by the Atlanta Falcons is going to be the starter for the team there, and I think it's going to add some juice.
Yeah,
and I think the Falcons are going to win this game.
Well, yeah.
What do you got?
Yeah. I mean, if it was, the Giants just suck so bad. I mean, it's very easy to pick against them here, but I mean, you still have a rookie quarterback on the other side who's going to get his first couple pro snaps. That could go wrong
for sure
very quickly. So it's hard to say they're for sure going to win here, but just like you said, it's going to add some juice there. Maybe some players around them start playing well. And let's also not forget, this Falcons team is not a bad team as far as on paper.
Yeah,
they're a good team on paper.
Especially on offense.
They haven't found the juice yet. Maybe this is the answer.
Can I add something too about Michael Penix that we're really not talking about? This was maybe I know Jaden Daniels is an amazing athlete. This might be the single best athlete at quarterback in the draft.
Wow.
Like, if you listen back when we talked to JB about Michael Penix, he talked about him a lot, but being left-handed and stuff like that. Yeah. He also spoke about this guy is a freak. 42-inch vertical, ran a 4.5 or 4.4, something like that. He's much bigger than Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
I think that aspect, too, adding to the Atlanta Falcons is like, now we got to worry about this running quarterback. If he can throw it all, maybe they don't make the playoffs this year, but this could really just turn our perception of the Atlanta Falcons and what they could be offensively. Let's go over to the producer's desk. Let him pick this game. AJ, who you got?
I got the Falcons. They're still trying to make a playoff spot.
Yeah.
Giants just playing for nothing. Is Tim Boyle? No, I think they're going to Drew Lock this week.
Oh.
I think they're going back to Drew
Same
Lock.
thing.
So. It's the Falcons. It's an easy one. I mean, I'm very excited to watch Michael Penix.
So excited.
Very excited.
Andrew, you got?
You got to go Falcons here. You got to go. The Giants are just the worst team in the league, probably.
All right, let's move on. Cardinals and Panthers. I have the Cardinals. Gabe?
Cardinals, but you've been pissing me off lately, Arizona.
Well, I mean, Kyler Murray single-handedly ended my fantasy football season, so.
Oh, yeah.
Kyler,
he's going to get traded so fast in the offseason, so if you guys are interested, I mean, if you have a jar of peanut butter or something, I'll take. Who you guys got?
Yeah, Cards.
Cardinals, Panthers.
Yeah, Cards, and, watch out.
If they lose to the Panthers.
Watch out. And this wouldn't be the Panthers. It's weird. It wouldn't be the Panthers winning. This would be the Cardinals losing this game. Watch out. But I'll pick the Cardinals.
Andrew,
you got to go Cardinals, but I think AJ's right. I think it could be an upset here. I think
Bryce Young's playing well.
He is. I don't think the Cardinals just haven't. They don't seem like they don't have any juice at all. Like it just doesn't seem.
Well, they have a generational talent at the wide receiver spot.
Oh yeah.
So
question for you guys.
Yeah.
If the Cardinals continue to piss away the season, miss the playoffs, after having a breakout tight end, the generational talent unicorn at wide receiver, an okay defense, Who's more likely to be their teams next year? Kyler Murray or Bryce Young?
The better team?
I'm so confused by that.
Wait.
Who's more likely to be with their team?
Oh,
those two.
Kyler Murray
I
or
mean,
Bryce
it
Young?
has Kyler at this point.
no.
Who's more likely to be with their team? That would be Bryce Young.
Yeah,
He's saying
Bryce.
if the Cardinals piss away their season, you're looking at who's more likely to stay with their team, Bryce Young or Kyler Murray. I think if the Cardinals piss away their season, Kyler Murray's on trade watch.
They got to start.
I think we're
looking at
giving
options,
they
right?
might be
I
starting
think we're
over.
giving Bryce Young a little too much credit here.
No, Bryce.
We really forget how bad he was. Kyler Murray at least has a resume. At least
I'm not comparing the two quarterbacks.
Yeah, no, that's the
No,
thing.
right,
like-
but I'm saying if you're going by who's going to be on their team, that's a big decision. That's not made just through a couple games here. That's made through a resume, a list of something.
This
they
is
have.
the thing that
Bryce Young has been terrible.
We're
for
also
most of his
looking at
career.
the situation of both teams. The Cardinals were supposed to take a step. They're not. They haven't taken that step.
And they haven't in years.
Right. And the Cardinals are in a the Panthers are in a situation where we have this young quarterback we're not paying. We're not in position to draft Shedeur Sanders. The rest of the quarterback class probably isn't that great for us to spend, the third or fourth or fifth pick on. Yeah. Let's maybe invest in the O-line, give Bryce Young another chance. That's my thinking with this question, that I think the Panthers are a little bit more in a patience, let's build a team mode, and the Cardinals might be in more panic mode, like we got to make the best out of Trey McBride and make the best out of Marvin Harrison Jr. and like this quarterback is not doing that.
I say that would be one of the dumber things to do. If the Cardinals were to move off of Kyler Murray, I guarantee there'll be teams that will be knocking on his door.
I'm not saying it's the
ready to
right
bring him
thing,
in.
but I'm saying I think that's the more likely scenario.
That would be very, very dumb.
Who would you pick, Andrew?
I think to Joey's question, I think Bryce Young is most likely going to be on the team, and I think you also have to look at the age difference. Bryce Young is what,
23.
23. Kyler's going to be 28 next year, I think. And
After
he just
2 surgeries?
It's just like, what has he done to prove that he can be that he's their quarterback? Like, he's played well enough to be the starter, but when is he going to prove that he can be the guy to take them anywhere?
He's been the same guy since he was drafted.
He had a great rookie season. He had that one great start to a season a couple years ago.
It's just like when the Derek Carr was on the Raiders a few years ago. It's like he played well enough to be the starter, but like, is he ever going to
Bring up the Raiders.
I have to. I have to bring it up because it's just
Derek
because he
Carr.
played enough to be on the team, but eventually after years, you kind of ask like, is he ever going to show anything special?
Good organizations, and this is an organization that's done before. They've changed management since. But you remember, they drafted Josh Rosen. And made a hard decision to release him after a year and draft Kyler Murray. At what point do you look yourself in the mirror and, like, honestly have a conversation like, Kyler Murray's not getting it done. And he hasn't gotten it done in years as far as, like, being an elite team in the NFC or even winning our freaking division. Like, at what point do you ask yourself? Also, don't underestimate, like, you owe it to yourself if you're the Panthers. Like, hey, our first-round pick that we invested so much in is starting to show signs of life. Is now really the time to move off him? So he can go be a great quarterback for another team. Like, you got to imagine that fear is them as well. I don't know. I'm trying to sell it, but
I talked to a Panther fan today and asked him, like, so what do you think about the draft? What do you think about Bryce Young? And he said same as that. He's like, no, Bryce Young is looking better.
Yeah.
I want to see what we're going to do with him. And he's like, let's get a receiver. Let's get an O-line. He's like, let's trade down. Yeah. Let's trade down, go get a lower first and a second round pick.
Yeah.
He's excited.
If you don't have a shot at the guy, why not?
Yeah.
You know, why not wait? But I know you're more. You're
just
not so much the Bryce Young thing.
I just don't like. I think it's foolish to say Murray has nothing to offer, so let's move off him.
Well, that's not at all what I said.
Yeah, he's just
no.
saying
That is basically what you guys are saying. You guys are saying that.
Do you think he's shown anything to be like, hey, this is definitely the guy we keep around?
He's shown enough to yes.
To
Yes,
be
I
a
do.
How?
To be a Super Bowl winner?
You think he's been better than Trevor Lawrence?
I think he's one of those. Yes, I do. I think he's one of those guys where it's probably it's probably going to hurt my argument here, but he's one of those guys like, you know what, we probably have to put a little bit more around him. I mean, you can't deny his talent. Yeah, no,
James Conner's been great.
Yeah,
he has Marvin Harrison and Trey McBride.
No doubt. That's why I started off by saying, look, it might hurt my argument here, but that's why I'm saying, like, he might be the one where it's like, let's put some more around him.
All right. Well,
I think he has enough around him.
I would say let's ask this question 2 years from now.
He's 28. So you're going to make a decision whether or not he's a guy for the future when he's 30?
A lot of quarterbacks sign contracts around that age.
I know, but you've had this guy. So you're going to sit on this guy for 7 years before you decide if he's the guy of the future?
I mean, besides, what's his name? Is the quarterback class good for this year? I mean, it'd be foolish to move off him.
Let me ask you.
Who else is there?
That's a fair question.
Like,
if you're going to pivot, who's the guy? But I just think you need to have the conversation of is this the guy for the long term?
Would you rather have Kyler or Sam Darnold on that Cardinals team?
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking like, what if they just they trade for assets and then go get a Sam Darnold?
Yeah. What if they? Yeah. Honestly, what would you rather have?
Sam Darnold's a little tough for me. Sam Darnold's a little tough for me because he's done it with a good team and a good head coach.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say that Sam Darnold's now gonna step away from that organization and do exactly what he did there.
Yeah.
After having 5+ years of bad football.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to say like Sam's gonna go step into that team and he's gonna be way better.
Yeah.
So that one's a little tough for me.
I'm looking at Kyler's stats of his career. He's never thrown more than 4,000. He's never crossed 4,000 yards.
Has he ever thrown 30 touchdowns?
He hasn't thrown. He's 26 touchdowns is the most he's thrown.
15 this year.
Every season, his touchdown interception ratio is 2-1. I think
he's just a mid quarterback.
Yeah.
He did get back to running this year, which is kind of a critique of mine preseason. And I think he's fine, but it's just how high are your aspirations?
He's got 3 games left. He's thrown 3,000 yards, 15 touchdowns, 8 picks.
I see your point though, Gabe. You think they need to surround him with even more talent too, is what you're saying.
I mean, you got 1,000-yard rusher, 1,000-yard tight end.
That's what he's saying though. He's saying he's just not good enough. He needs
even more.
Another 1,000-yard tight end.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
Damn. Let's stay in the division. Brock Purdy or Kyler Murray. Who you building your team around?
God, I hate Brock Purdy questions. I hate Brock Purdy.
It's a weird year too for the Niners. That's not a fair.
Yeah, to be fair,
it's not a fair.
It's not fair
time
to
ask
judge
that
Brock
question.
Purdy off this year. So
I'm also going Kyler Murray with that one. So
right now I would. Yeah.
It's a stock down Kyler Murray, but Brock Purdy this year.
Yeah.
Which that whole conversation, like CJ Stroud, Brock Purdy, well, stock down both of them. we really jinxed those boys. All right, we need to move forward here. Let's go to the what have we got? NFC? No. Yep, we got Browns and Bengals. Bengals need a lot of help to get in the playoffs. They need to win out, and I think they need the loser of this game to lose out or something like that.
They would have to lose.
Yeah,
out.
it's something wild like that.
So they need the Broncos to lose all 3 games, and they need to win all 3 games, which I guess could happen, but they're pretty much out of it. If they lose this game, they're completely out of it. Taking on the Browns, who's going to start DTR. I'm going to go with the Bengals because Joe Burrow's going off, and I'll leave it at that. Who you got?
Same thing that you just said. Literally, that's why anyone is going to pick that team this year because I mean Joe Burrow's having an MVP. If they were actually winning this year, the conversation about Joe Burrow would be totally different now. The conversation about like Chase would be totally different right now. But because they're losing and it's just it sucks. But in this game, I don't care that it's the Browns. It's that divisional game. I don't care. I like the Bengals here.
AJ, who you got?
So I got the Bengals here, and you just said the loser of tonight's game, the Broncos, have to lose out. Bengals have to win out.
I believe so, yeah.
Well, guess who the Bengals play next week?
Oh.
The Broncos. So
So who are the Broncos? What's their
a primetime game as well?
So the
Broncos last week?
Broncos last week. Just a second. Let me grab
That's
that right
interesting.
here. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Sorry.
Broncos last week. The Chiefs.
Oh my God! Okay, so Bengals last week.
But
so
the Chiefs
Bengals have the Browns this week. Then Broncos already lost.
Okay.
Bengals play the Broncos next week.
So that's a must.
So if Bengals can win that game, then the Broncos play the Chiefs. Bengals play Pittsburgh.
Wow.
Ooh,
So you guys got to watch
storylines.
You guys got to watch Hard Knocks, man. The
Oh,
Bengals
I
stuff
promise
has been
I will.
awesome.
Promise I will. So I got the Bengals.
Andrew, who you got?
Bengals. Yeah.
All right.
So even more of a reason why the Bengals are going to win this week.
Seriously.
I said it last week on our Zoom. I said I don't even have to look at their schedule. I got the Bengals winning out the rest of the season and making that playoff push because this is just what they do every year.
That's crazy.
Broncos really shot themselves.
If they could just start okay.
Yeah.
It's like just
2-2. Like
this disastrous start.
Just go 500.
And
We'll
it's
feel
not
good.
like they lose games. Like, guys get terribly hurt. Joe Burrow breaks something into the Raiders.
Don't say that.
Around week 10, it's like they're one of the best teams ever. Let's keep moving here. Titans and Colts. So the Colts lose this game. They're completely out. For that reason, I'm going with the Colts. Also, Mason Rudolph's starting, even though Will Levis says he does believe he has a future in this league, maybe as the franchise quarterback of the Tennessee Titans. I'm going Colts. Who you got?
I'm going to go with the Colts here.
AR, baby. Who you guys got over there? Let's start with Andrew.
Colts. Yeah. Colts. Easy pick for me.
AJ?
does Will Levis know what franchise quarterback means? Because
You weren't on the show. His girl was in the stands.
I saw that.
Yikes.
Now, is she going to be at this game?
I wouldn't.
That's what we need to know.
Yeah.
My man plays a game like that, gets benched, and now he's going to start on the bench.
Maybe she just wears like a hoodie.
I shouldn't say my man, should I?
Yeah, that's
Without context.
clip that.
All right.
But seriously, she's not going to be in this game.
I got the Colts, so.
Yeah.
Colts.
Let's move on here. Lions and Bears. Lions.
Oh, my.
New look. Jameer Gibbs, I think, is about to go absolutely nuclear. I think Lions. There's been so many fiery speeches that I've seen on Twitter.
Did you see Dan Campbell's radio interview?
Campbell's. Who else went off? The defensive coordinator went off. That's all they have left. It's like, let's just get super
motivational
emotional.
Just yell at everyone.
It might work. It's going to work this week at least because the least motivated team is the Chicago Bears. Because I don't know if you saw DJ Moore's already talking about what he's going to do in the offseason.
Nice.
It's over. Lions are going to win this game, and they're going to go to 13-3. And I need them to lose at least once so the freaking Eagles can get number one seed. This isn't it, though. I'm going Lions. Gabe, who you got?
I find it funny that the Montgomery talk blew up as much as it did. And rightfully so, I guess. But Gibbs can be that kind of guy where he's all of a sudden, hey, we have a Saquon type guy here. Like, he might be better than what we actually lost. So, and yeah, the Bears, I was talking to AJ on the phone about the Bears earlier. Caleb Williams, just no development at all. Bears are just lifeless. And Lions, just like you said, they know the Eagles are right behind them. They are motivated to win games right now, so they better win this game. But if I'm not mistaken, the Bears did make this one a tough game the first time.
Divisional game.
Yeah.
It was a tough game, right? I thought this ended like
Yeah,
all
they,
this
they
games have
only,
been
I think
tough.
they only lost by 3 or 5
It was a
points.
dramatic.
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
it was Thanksgiving.
What was the game again? Or
It
what was the ending?
timeout. He didn't call timeout, and they wasted 36 seconds on
Yes.
the clock.
Oh, and it just
It was
ended.
Thanksgiving morning. Yep.
Yes, a very dramatic
so
way. The
bad.
last time this
Is
game
that
ended.
so last time they played him, Matt Eberflus was the coach.
Yeah, that was his
That was
last
his
game.
last game.
So, we'll see. All that to say the Lions.
Yeah.
AJ, who you got?
It's the Lions here. Very interesting scenarios. You were just saying we need the Lions to lose a game. They play San Francisco next week. Don't think they're going to lose that one.
Nope.
And then they face off against Minnesota last week.
last game
So
would be crazy.
we need the Lions to lose to Minnesota. We need Minnesota to lose to the Packers. We need a lot to happen. But for right now, where we are right now, Lions are taking care of business against the Bears.
Andrew, who you got?
Yeah, Lions in easy game.
Vikings and Seahawks. Go Seahawks, but they're not going to win this game. I got the Vikings moving to 13-2. I just don't trust anyone in this NFC West. I don't think anyone's really great.
Gino also not playing.
Gino's not going to play.
Wow.
Sam Howell's going to throw so many interceptions against this Vikings defense. I'm going Vikings. Who you got, Gabe?
Yeah, the Vikings know too. Like it's Lions and the Eagles up top, but we're also there too. So these are must-win games. I like the Vikings here.
AJ.
Yeah, it's the Vikings. What a disappointment the NFC West has been.
For real.
What an absolute disappointment.
Yeah.
You just can't trust any of these teams. But yeah, Vikings here.
Andrew.
Yep, Vikings for me too.
Final push for the Kevin O'Connell Coach of the Year campaign.
He needs to get it, man.
Yeah.
He's incredible.
Yeah.
Bills and Patriots. I'm going Bills. Gabe, who you got?
Bills. God.
AJ?
Bills.
Andrew.
Bills.
All right, let's move on here. Jaguars and Raiders.
Oh God.
Raiders.
2-12 versus 3-11.
The battle of the first round.
Mac
pick.
Jones against who the hell's starting with the Raiders now?
Aiden O'Connell again.
He's back.
Jeez, I thought he
Did
died.
he leave in an air cast?
No, yeah, dramatic, and then like 2 hours later, he just bruised his knee. He's fine.
I thought he was on like hospice or something.
they said it was just a bruise, and he was like, she was just chilling.
He got taken out in an air
That must have been a hell of a bruise.
What a cast.
Immediately after.
Who's the medical team
Isn't
there?
Max Crosby out for the season?
He is. Yeah.
Immediately after, Max Crosby said, no. Give me the surgery. I'm done for the year. Homeboy just left the cast.
I'm going to take care of my career right now. I don't care about this.
Bro,
Mac Jones looked pretty good last week.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Jags because the Raiders are just really, really
Is
bad
this
right
the worst game of the season so far?
It might be. Okay, it's not a primetime game. And no one's going to watch it in the afternoon except Andrew.
I don't even want to watch it.
And maybe Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer.
Gonna hate watch.
I'm sorry, Drew, but I feel like the Raiders need to lose this kind of game so that there could be
yeah.
there could be a push for change there.
No, we
this
need
is the
it,
kind
yeah.
of game that you lose,
Yeah.
so management can say, yeah, we got
Yeah, for sure.
Do not beat the team that's right behind you in the
Don't
draft
beat
order.
that team.
You need Shador, and you need to lose this game.
Yeah.
Who you guys got?
Yeah, it's the Jags. Just like you said, Raiders need to lose this game. Although Antonio Pierce is going to be one of those guys who wants to win out.
Desperately trying to keep his job.
Yeah.
This motherfucker, yeah, he wants to. He wants so bad to win.
You were riding for him so hard.
Like a year ago. What did I tell you a year ago? I said, I don't know why you want this guy back.
That's not what I mean. I mean, to AJ's point, he wants to win this. He wants to win these games so bad. For what? For what?
Yeah.
Bro, just let your guy sit down, take a rest, go eat a Snickers, go do something, bro.
There's just not a chance. He probably sees Tom Brady and thought, I am not a Tom Brady guy.
Yeah.
There's no way Tom Brady's going to pick me.
Yeah.
Now, also, Tom Brady hates the Giants. And Antonio Pierce was on those teams, right?
I'm not going to lie. Even though I think he should be fired, I don't think he gets fired this year.
He's so gone. Are you kidding me?
I don't think so.
Drew, what? I mean, if you have lost faith in
I'm not
Kyler
saying,
Murray.
I'm not saying it. I'm not going off of my faith. I'm saying it doesn't seem
He's thinking what's going to happen.
I don't think, but
That would be.
But you want him fired.
I think, I don't think it's smart to. I mean, Gabe's made a lot of good points about him. Just he's not head coach material. It seems like he makes a lot of bad game time decisions.
He's not quarterbacky enough.
Yeah, and
there you go.
Yeah, he's not quarterbacky enough.
Not in my department.
Yeah. No, he's so stupid.
He's so horny.
That's gonna live on forever.
Andrew, let me ask you: do you want Deion Sanders to be your head coach?
I think there's better qualified head coaches.
Oh,
There you
he's
go.
not quarterback
There
either.
you go.
Wow.
No,
Dang,
I love Deion.
That was racist.
we know
No.
Andrew's qualifications.
Shut up, you racist.
I'm more of a Matt Eberflus guy.
Oh my God.
I like smart football.
AJ, does that tickle your fancy to think Deion Jones might be in Vegas? Come on, that's a hot ticket.
No, it's hot, but
That's what the Raiders do.
You just don't know. You don't know how these college guys.
I've been hearing things about Mike Vrabel in.
He's going to.
They just
See,
need a
I'd
trade.
rather have that.
Yeah,
He's
they just
going
need
to
a
New England.
real coach.
Yeah, I'd rather have that.
I need somebody offensive minded though. I don't want somebody defensive minded because we're gonna get either Cam Ward or Shadur Sanders.
Yeah, you're gonna need a coach that knows how to develop those guys.
Exactly.
Did you see Dan Orlovsky on the Pat McAfee show when Mike Vrabel was brought up? He said, "No, I think he has a pretty idea where he's going." Kind of like Vrabel has a job
got a
here.
job already.
Immediately, I thought, well, obviously Patriots because there's some rumors there, or he played with Tom Brady, won a lot of Super Bowls together.
Exactly. Yeah.
Maybe they take him to, and he seems like
In Chicago,
a Raiders guy.
I think Chicago
They should.
I mean,
They won't.
if Chicago's a real organization, they're going to get an offensive guy. But
Right.
I
I
mean,
feel like that
I think
would
they
be
said
like,
that actually.
I feel like that would be like more like the Jets type experience.
or the
where-
Jets, yeah.
I feel like
That's another team that's been thrown out there. Yeah.
I'm convinced Ben Johnson's going to go to the Bears. I'm convinced. I feel like they're going to pay him crazy money
Yeah.
to be their be their head coach, and he'll have everything he needs.
You know
I
what,
think-
though? Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, I don't think Ben Johnson's going anywhere because I don't think the Lions are winning the Super Bowl this year, and I think that team just runs it back with absolutely everybody.
Ben Johnson's a different cat.
Yeah,
This man passed on a ton of
exactly.
stuff. Like he's not going to go. I don't think he'll chase money.
No.
I think he wants to go where the most likely that he's going to be successful.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if I'm marrying myself to Caleb Williams. Like I don't know if that's the guy. I think maybe I'd go Trevor Lawrence before that. I'd go.
Really? You go to Trevor Lawrence before
Caleb
Caleb
Williams.
What
has
have you
been
seen from
bad,
Caleb
bad.
Williams? That
I just think that there's still a lot of potential, whereas Trevor Lawrence hasn't really shown anything.
Colin Cowherd, who I despise, said something actually pretty realistic today because he's usually not based in reality. Caleb Williams is the only rookie quarterback that hasn't gotten better this year.
Yep.
Like he's just stayed the same guy.
I listen to the same thing.
Like
I
he
listen
hasn't
to-
gotten any better. And it's true. Bo Nix has gotten better.
Yeah, but
Like-
you have to think about what's surrounding him. Out of all those rookie quarterbacks, I'm talking about head coach wise and coaching.
I'm
wise.
like,
I'm talking about.
you went into the best
I'm talking about-
situation.
No,
The
I'm
best
talking
situation
about,
Rick
no.
Quarterback's ever
He
gone
went.
into.
He went to the best situation, but coaching wise, which to me is the biggest importance of developing a quarterback, which is what you're talking about. That's the one thing he doesn't have that the other quarterbacks have.
Do you
But
think,
see,
do you think
uh,
Dan Quinn is a QB savant?
Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn, you just said he went.
Coach
I
Jay
think.
Daniels.
I think
Jay
it's better.
Daniels
I think it's better than what Caleb Williams has.
Is it or is it about the same? What about
Same.
what's happening in New England? Like does Drake May have great coaching?
I think Caleb Williams is the kind of guy that doesn't want that development type coaching. He wants to play the way he
think
wants.
Well, and that's a great point because he's shown flashes of maturity, and then he's gone right back
back
to the
to
things that
his
he did
old
at
ways.
USC.
But that's not because he's, I'm gonna stick it to my head coach. I'm gonna go off script. No, that's how
he
he's
is.
used to playing.
And I'm not out on Caleb Williams. I don't want that to be the
Yeah,
the
yeah,
narrative
same.
either. I feel like after the last 2 years, I'm just going to be so much more cautious on saying I'm out on a guy. Because
what I'm
Baker
saying.
Mayfield's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
That's what I'm saying. Too many teams are giving up on quarterbacks after a year. It's ridiculous.
I'm with that.
That's why I honestly, that's why I didn't agree with a lot of people saying the Bryce Young stuff. I'm like, yeah, I get it. He played terrible. I get it. But it was his rookie year. Just give him time on one of the worst teams in the NFL.
While that's true, we also need to calm down the excitement.
Yeah,
before these guys touch
that's
the
true.
field.
Yep.
Yeah,
Me and
that's
Gabe were
generational
just-
talent thing.
I don't want to hear that phrase ever again.
It shouldn't.
Two
Yeah,
generational talents in this draft, Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison, and they're arguably the lowest at their
The
position.
fifth or fourth guy on that.
I mean, and before
position,
that, Trevor Lawrence.
Yep.
And, we keep hearing it. It's just
I think
not
Andrew
real.
Luck was probably the closest we got.
He
to
lived
that
up to
generational talent. He was probably the closest one.
Yeah.
Let's keep moving now. 49ers and Dolphins, both at 6 and 8. I think Dolphins' last chance here.
Yeah, it's now or never.
And I guess I could say the same thing about the 49ers. Two really, just desperate teams. Two really, really desperate teams. I'm going to go with the 49ers. I thought they looked a lot better last week. And I just don't. I'm not a Tua guy.
I like Tua. I'm gonna roll with Tua here. This is their last chance. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Dolphins.
Yeah. It's a coin toss to me. AJ, who you got?
It's a coin toss. I'll go with the Dolphins. I think Trent Williams is still not playing.
He might might be done the rest of the year.
Situation that they're going through. This Niners team is just they can't. I think they're exhausted.
Isaac Grendo's out as well.
Isaac Grendel's gone. They've lost. You know, we forgot Elijah Mitchell went on the IR.
I forgot about
before the season started. Yep. Then you lose CMC. Then you lose Jordan Mason. You're on your fifth string running back.
On one part, it's incredible that you were literally 4 deep at running back.
Yeah.
But also when does that run out? I have very little faith in Patrick Taylor. I'm gonna switch my pick here. I'm going Dolphins. Andrew, who you got?
I think just exactly what AJ said. That team is just decimated.
They're wiped out.
I think, Dolphins.
Physically, emotionally,
Spiritually.
Yeah.
Sunday Night Football, the Bucks and the Cowboys.
Shut up, dude. He's so stupid.
I was trying to add one more. I was like, he said spiritually, he said physically.
What's the last
sexually.
thing?
I'm sure their sex lives are great.
Joey? Anything else?
That's it.
All right, cool.
Yeah, more.
I'm saying a lot of things.
Bucks at 8 and 6, Cowboys at 6 and 8 on
Go
Sunday,
Bank!
on Sunday Night Football. These two teams heading in very different directions. Cowboys started their comeback and then quickly ended last week. They lost to the They lost to the Panthers? No, they beat the Panthers.
They beat the Panthers. They won last week.
They won last week.
Yeah.
They're at 6 and 8 though. They absolutely can't drop another game. I'm sure. I don't even know the numbers, but I'm sure they can't.
They have to win out, and there's like 5 other things that have to happen for them to make the playoffs.
I'm going Bucks here. They obliterated the Chargers last week.
Yeah.
I think they're one of the hottest teams. A team no one wants to face in the playoffs. Baker, Mike Evans chasing that 1,000-yard season again. Bucky White is one of the young stars in the NFL. I'm going Bucks, Gabe. Number 1, why are you laughing? Number 2, who you picking?
I was laughing because you said like their comeback is gone. Parsons lost $8 million today because he doesn't care about his contract. Parsons, you're having one heck of a year,
They
buddy.
start negotiating.
It's like, let's start negotiating. I don't want to make as much. The Bucks, man. We're riding with Bake on this show.
For
Baker all the way.
sure. AJ, you got?
We're riding with Bake. Yeah. I can't wait to watch the Bucks just smack the Cowboys on primetime.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Beautiful.
I'll tell you
America will love it.
I wasn't here for the playoff discussion. I do not want to see the Bucks in the playoffs as the Eagles. I do not want to see them in the playoffs.
And it's weird because I really want to see him in the playoffs.
But you don't want to see
Right.
the Eagles,
Yeah, but just play someone else, please.
Is it Sunday night?
Sunday night.
I hope they run the Netflix commercial like 10 times.
Oh, right.
Just keep running the Cowboys.
They will. They will.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
keep
Yeah, they
running
definitely
that
will.
commercial.
They
Then
definitely
you get back to the game and they're losing by like 3 touchdowns.
They're going to get killed. Andrew, you got?
Yeah, I have the Bucks. I need Baker Mayfield to have a generational game for me. I need to beat David
Stop
Adams.
using that word. We just
Isn't
talked
it
about
crazy
that word.
he was the number 1 pick in the I always forget. He was the number 1 pick in the draft.
Yep.
Good
Was he a generational talent?
He's there's going to be a fantastic, they don't make it for anymore, but 30 for 30 on Baker Mayfield.
Yep.
That's going to be fun. Okay, Packers are in primetime again because they just keep getting on primetime. Packers and Saints on Monday Night Football.
These
I'm going to go.
matchups this week are awful.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad matchups. This is one of them. I think Packers win easily here. I think we've kind of switched it now as far as the narrative on Jordan Love. I think he's like it's that post-hype sleeper, right? He was so hyped. He wasn't that, but now I think people have cooled off a little too much on Jordan Love. I think the Packers win this
Which
season.
is what I want.
Mostly just because Jordan Love's better than that. And this defense is so overlooked. I'm going to keep saying it on the show. Jay Alexander's coming back.
Yep.
Edgerrin Cooper was the rookie of the month on defense. I think they're going to get Jay Alexander and Bullard back.
Yep.
Like this is the time to buy Packers stock. Like, mark my words, I'm going Packers.
By the way, you called it, man. Cooper is
He's a dog.
he's a dog, man. Like
For sure.
I mean, it sucks that he had to miss a lot of the season, but man, watching him play last week.
That's the only problem with him, is that he's always
But when he's on the field, man, he's all over the place. I like the Packers here, but I'm not gonna lie, a little worrisome with the Saints. The Saints,
Why?
Because this is the
'Cause
kind of
they're
game
annoying.
they're that annoying team that wins these kind of games where it's like, just go away. You're not supposed to win this game anyway. But again, I think Love is playing better right now. Josh Jacobs. There's a reason why Love is playing better right now.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs is a dog. Thank you, Andrew.
Bro, hey, dude, I don't care where he's playing. I love Josh Jacobs. I've loved him.
fun to root for.
I've loved him.
I like the Packers here. I think the Packers continue. I think it's going to be a snowy game in Lambeau Field.
Oh, fun.
So that's all Josh Jacobs.
Which is going to be more Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
Hey, Jaden Reed, be great if you just kind of showed up one of these weeks, you know?
I'm glad you brought that up. Are you guys with me? Well, let's make your picks first. So you got.
Packers for sure, and I know exactly where you're going. I can't wait to talk about this.
Yeah, I think the Packers smoke them.
Are you guys with me? This offseason, the biggest need for the Packers is a number one receiver.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We talked about this already. AJ, go with that.
This waiting for a guy to emerge, none of them are emerging.
Yep.
None of them are emerging. You got some great 2s, you got some great 3s. You need a 1. You need a wide receiver 1, especially to unlock Jordan Love.
Yeah.
I mean, you figured out the running game in these last couple weeks. You've got Josh Jacobs going forward. The most important thing for this Packer team is to open up the passing game, have a reliable wide receiver 1, and that's the word right there. Nobody's been reliable.
Nope.
Jaden Reed started off so hot. Then Romeo Doubs complains about targets. Then he has a couple great stretches. Christian Watson flashes like for 4 minutes every game. You don't have a reliable wide receiver 1. I think that's the most important thing for them.
Have you guys been seeing the flirting going on between the Packers and
Devontae
one
Adams.
ex-Packer receiver, Devontae Adams?
Hot and heavy.
Specifically Jordan Love. Like, there's been some flirting
There's a
going
lot of love going on.
on. Like,
there.
a lot of big words going toward the Green Bay.
I think bringing him back, I mean,
He'd be perfect.
Again, he'd be great there. Even though he's older, I think it's just like AJ said, a lot of great 2s and 3s there.
He's got it.
So it's like you don't need Devontae. Yeah, you'll definitely be the alpha, but we don't need you to be what you were in 2018 and all those years because the guys behind you are very good. I think Romeo Doubs, he would be the guy, even though he's not. I don't think he'll be the number 1. He's the best fit at our number 1 spot, and if you were to put him at a true number 2 spot, that'd be awesome. You put Jaden Reed in the slot.
Yep.
Christian Watson, just go ahead and keep running streaks. This Packers, and
fast
I
as
think
you
AJ, you said it perfectly now too. You would unlock a new mode that Love could possibly have.
Yeah.
It'd be very exciting to see that.
Packers more than 2 touchdown favorites against the Saints on Monday Night Football.
Whoa.
I think after this week, people
More
kind of-
than 2 touchdowns?
14.5 points.
Wow. Lambeau Field, prime time.
Possible snow.
Yeah, I think
Possible
after this
snow.
week, I think a lot of people jump back on the Packers bandwagon.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Jordan Love.
it'd be a great week too because the next week we play against the Vikings. In a game I
And
know you two will definitely.
You know what's
we
crazy?
need the Packers to win that
Like
game.
the Packers, not disappointing, but they kind of have the aroma of disappointment. Like,
I was just about to say that.
they're not exactly disappointing.
But they're 10-4.
They might win 11 games.
Yeah.
Like next week.
When's the last time we've seen a division that's this good? 3
They're
teams
incredible.
with 2
And they're just gonna win more games. Like even their records right now aren't even like it yet.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The Lions could win out and be what 14,
14
No, they could be 15-2.
Oh wow.
along with the Vikings at 14 wins, and the Packers at 11 or 12.
So
Like,
one of
it's
the
insane.
Lions or Vikings is going to be 15-2 or 14-3 or 13-4.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, and the Packers could end up with at least 11 wins.
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Last thing, guys, here, just it came to mind here. It's going to be snowing in Green Bay. Packers obviously look amazing in the snow. The Saints are going to look ridiculous in the snow. You guys have the games in front of you?
They don't even play in clear weather. They play in a dome.
Yeah, it's just going to look weird.
Yeah.
Sexy or not in the snow? I'm going to give you a team. Sexy or not, yes or no,
okay,
okay?
okay.
The Dallas Cowboys.
No.
What do you mean sexy?
Are they sexy in the snow? It's a pretty simple question.
Like,
You mean just
does it?
Do they look cool?
Does it look cool watching them
Okay,
play
does
a
it
snow
look
game?
cool?
Yeah,
you guys actually talking about sexuality?
No, I thought you were talking about
Sex
like, do they
appeal.
play well or is it their uniforms look cool in the snow?
Do they look sexy in the snow?
Yes.
Dallas Cowboys? Yeah, Dallas Cowboys.
Andrew?
yeah, they do.
Really?
That's a no for me.
It's a no for me as well. Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Baker looks good in the snow.
I was
But
going to
they're
say
from
I was gonna say
Tampa
Baker,
Bay.
but yeah.
I
The
don't.
uniforms, the red and the...
Tampa Bay in the rain. That's a game.
Weirdly enough, yes.
That's a game I want to see.
Well, that's because they're from Florida.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
makes sense.
Okay, so no one yet. 49ers. I think they look cool.
Yeah.
The old schoolness.
Even though they got smacked in the snow. In their last snow game.
I'm not saying they're good. I'm just saying how good the
It
uniforms
looked
look.
really cool. And they lost Chris McCaffrey for the year.
Gabe, yes or no? Sexy in the snow, the 49ers.
No, I'm going to say no.
Andrew.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't.
Dolphins. No.
No, God, no.
The Raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say yes.
Well, yeah, they had those Gruden games, right?
Yeah.
Okay, y'all go Raiders. And they have that black and
Yeah,
white thing.
It goes
the
with everything.
silver.
The Jaguars, no. Not at all.
No, God.
Look terrible. Jaguars?
No.
Anyone?
No.
Yeah.
Terrible in the
That
sun.
blue. It's that blue.
I mean, Bills, Patriots, they're both yes.
Yeah.
They're both 100% yes.
Patriots in the snow, man.
Right, Andrew, you there?
It's only
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Seahawks. No.
I'd say yeah.
Oh, man, it's
No.
a tough one.
You know what? You kind of mind. Depends what they're wearing.
Yeah, because
Yep.
Like if they're wearing,
their color rush that is neon green.
no, I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see the lime
It's
green in
too
the snow.
stimulating to the
I
eyes.
want to see the dark blue
Yes.
in the snow.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the gray pants, the darker gray pants.
Yep.
Well, you're not going to see that in a snow game because then snow in Seattle.
That's true. That's good. Well, depends on what the home team.
It's
is
all
wearing.
hypothetical, man.
No, but I mean, you're probably never going to see
Last time
those
it snowed in Seattle, was 1964.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you're never
Global
gonna see-
warming.
Vikings, yes, even though they're, I mean,
a dome.
they're the Vikings.
Yeah.
Minnesota's like the coldest place in the United States. Yeah.
Lions, Bears, yes.
Yeah. The whole NFC North.
Titans or Colts? No and no for me. Titans.
I like the Colts. For the
say-
same
I was
reason I
gonna
like the
say,
Raiders.
yeah.
I like the Colts a little bit.
Colts. You guys like the Colts?
I like the Colts.
Yeah,
I
I
like
like
the Colts here.
Wearing white or wearing blue?
Blue, both.
Blue.
I think white in the snow is already awesome.
Bengals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Especially, yeah.
Let's just go with every NFC North team.
Yes.
Browns,
Steelers,
yes.
No,
I was at AFC North. Panthers, no. God, no.
No, God, no.
Cardinals.
Something about I don't like
No,
it.
I can't
don't
even
like it.
picture it.
I don't. Yeah, I can't. It's hard to even see it. You like them? You like the Cardinals and stuff? I was gonna say, I don't think we've ever seen that in a lifetime.
Exactly my point from earlier.
Falcons
Yes, I love.
in the snow.
Yes, I love.
I'm going no.
No, Falcons are just such a dome team.
Yeah,
Like, I
to
just
me
feel like
it's-
they're always playing.
I just see
indoors.
Michael Vick on the carpet.
But I love their uniforms in any weather. To be honest, I
okay,
love
well.
the Falcon uniforms in general.
Could have said in a tsunami. Andrew would be like, yes.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, let's finish up here. Rams.
No.
Yeah, they're SoCal, baby. LA.
Yeah.
The Jets. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Big
Yeah,
time.
for sure. Commanders.
No,
Yes.
Yeah.
no.
Yes. Definitely for me.
I'm going to say no.
Really?
Yeah.
It's close, though. Indifferent.
I think they've just been bad for so long that you just don't
ruins
picturing
the
watching them.
I don't want to see
in
them in
a
any
fun
weather.
manner.
Hard to watch them even complete a pass.
Andrew.
No, I don't like it.
The Birds. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look great in the snow.
Ravens, Steelers, of course. Chiefs, of course. Texans.
Dome team. Dome
Yeah,
team. I'm going to
it's a
say
dome
no.
team.
I'm going to say no.
No.
Chargers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert. I want to see Justin
The
Herbert.
bolt,
in this
the
stuff.
bolt and everything.
I would
That's
love
all-
to see the powder blues.
I would love to see. Yes. I would love to see Justin Herbert against Josh Allen in the snow.
Yeah, baby.
Those two dogs.
Good old boys. Last team here, the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
All right, that was fun.
That was fun. Yeah, I like that.
All right, guys, that's episode 195. We'll be with you again on Monday, recapping week number 16. Until then, have a great weekend. Enjoy week 16. Is there Saturday football?
Yes,
Yes.
there is.
Saturday football, baby. Enjoy it. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace.
Really back to question.